Hello and welcome to Parc y Scarlets for this third round clash of the Celtic Challenge. Today's game is between Welsh side Brython Thunder and Edinburgh. I'm Griff McKee, I'll be commentating on today's game, and I'm joined today by former Wales captain Siwan Lillycrap. Siwan, how are you? I've heard you've just been skiing. How was that trip for you?
Yeah, it was really good, thank you. Come back last week, so I had a nice break and enjoyed.
And no doubt you skipped on the après ski and watched the Celtic Challenge for sure.
I actually did from the slopes actually on at lunchtime. I put the game on phone on my stream, so I'm either really sad or just super excited about what this league brings.
Yeah, absolutely. Leaning towards the super excited rather than sad. It's been an exciting start, first couple of game weeks. This is going to be a big game for both teams. What are you expecting today?
Yeah, big game for both teams. Obviously, Edinburgh trying to bounce back off a loss last week, and Thunder trying to get a win under their belts. I'm seeing some real good glimpses. Edinburgh liking to move the ball, and I think we'll see that from both sides today. A lot of ball movement. It's a dry day, so hopefully we'll have a high-scoring game. But both teams will be looking to get a win under their belt.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, both teams looking to get a win under their belts. And Brython Thunder started the campaign with 2 losses, currently not in the most favourable position in the table. But top of the league is Wolfhounds after their big victory yesterday against Glasgow Warriors. They've had 3 wins on the bounce, 2 bonus points, sitting comfortably at the top of the league. Gwalior Lightning are currently playing away against the Clovers. 5-0 up is the score at the moment, so they will stay in second place if they win that game. A big day here then at Parc y Scarlets. Both teams looking for the win, both coaches eager to get the win. Let's hear what they had to say. Ashley, a tough start to the Celtic Challenge. What have you learned about your side after the first few game weeks?
To be honest, we've got quite a young team, even though we've got a couple of internationals and stuff in there. A lot of these international girls haven't played much rugby. So to get them back in, like today, we'd be expecting a lot more because they're 3 games in. A lot of the girls we've upskilled and they've got better from like the first session to now. We're in a complete different place. So we've learned that they're resilient, they keep working hard for each other, some of the defensive displays they've put in terms of working back. So today I'm really excited about what they can bring, and hopefully we can bring through some messages from the week.
You mentioned the Welsh internationals. What do they bring to the squad?
They just up the standard, the girls have worked so hard. They've played against they've played the biggest nations in the world, and what they bring to the girls from Lampeter, from Buryport, they're just upskilling everyone. And it helps so much when them girls are just seeing this is what Meg Webb does, this is what Meg Davis does, and it's just helping the women's game grow so much.
Edinburgh today, what have you made of their campaign so far?
They're a good team, they move the ball really well, they look to attack the space, they've got a couple of Scottish internationals, so through their team they like to move the ball, which is kind of where we want to get to, so I'm hoping for a bit of a running game today.
Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Claire, what did you learn about your team last week in your first defeat of the campaign?
Yeah, I think the hard lesson we learned was how to manage momentum a little bit. We probably didn't control the tempo that we wanted to play at, and we allowed the Wolfhounds into it, and they capitalised on it. And it's a hard loss, but hopefully we can come back this week and put the wrongs to right.
Brython Thunder, they've got plenty of Welsh internationals in there. How will your team manage with that?
Yeah, look, we're excited about it. It's a different challenge. The competition has grown week on week, and we're excited to see what they bring, and excited to see how some of our young players step up to that as well. It's a really exciting opportunity for us.
And a different challenge this week, travelling away. How does that change the preparations in the week?
Yeah, it doesn't change too much for us. Obviously, it just changes the time that we all get together, but the time away allows us to develop different connections, spend a little bit of time together off the pitch, which is something you can't do all the time when you're playing at home.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Great to hear from both coaches before this game here at Parc y Scarlets. And here come Brython Thunder, led out by Alex Callender, captain for today's game, for the whole season so far for the Brython Thunder. And in the back row alongside Alex Callender today, Sioned Harris will come back into the side. And also Shauna Wakely will go back into the lock position, being moved from the back row last week. Eleanor Hing starts at full back, with Ellie Mae Troman switching to centre in a new midfield partnership with Meg Webb. Amy Williams come in on the wing, and Wales scrum half Meg Davis returns. And the Edinburgh team, Scotland scrum half Katie Mattison will make her Edinburgh debut. Mattson is one of 5 changes to the side that lost to the Wolfhounds last weekend. Hooker Millie Whitehouse, number 8 Freya Walker, and 18-year-old winger Nicole Flynn, all making their first starts alongside debutant Mattson today. Referee today, Sarah Toll, almost ready to get us underway here at Parc y Scarlett. Siwan, I'll have a quick word with you. Who's the player to watch today for you today, either team?
I'm looking forward to see how Katie Mattson goes for Edinburgh. First time playing for Edinburgh. A Gloucester Hartbury player who's gone back to play in Scotland, but a regular starter for that Scottish international side. Looking forward to many players in the Thunder side. You know, the back row, Alex Calendar's been on top form this year. I'm expecting another big performance from her with youngster Finley Jones and experienced Sinead Harries in the back row.
Absolutely, here we go then. Brython Thunder against Edinburgh. The home side looking for their first victory in the Celtic Challenge season. It hasn't been an easy start for the home team. 2 losses, 25, both times they lost. However, today come in good spirits, according to their head coach. Quick break on the far side, good offload straight away onto the far side. Kieran Bell scored an exceptional try last week in a similar position, and Edinburgh have started quick.
Yeah, it's a good start from Edinburgh. Looks like Thunder have got the ball back though, so hopefully a clean exit here now to relieve the pressure early on in this game.
Meg Davis doing well in a tight angle, just inside the 22, and great to see so many supporters on that far side as well. Plenty of kids inspired by the players on the field today. It's fantastic to see a good turnout on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know, it's inspirational for these girls now. Something to aspire to have this, you know, brilliant league, the Celtic Challenge League. Stars that they see wearing the red shirt of Wales playing for Thunder, but also girls that have been part of the pathway. They've come through 18s and 20s playing for this Thunder side today, and so you know, it's really good for these youngsters to see these girls playing kind of club rugby within their local region.
Edinburgh doing well to retain possession here. Use of the hands coming towards this near side. Denholm cutting inside, then offloading efficiently. As a penalty, Brython Thunder over the ball. Amy Williams, it looked like, and it's a brilliant turnover, relieves the pressure and an opportunity to get up to the field.
Yeah, good turnover there by young Amy Williams. Come through the pathway, was in the 20s player last year, unfortunately got injured in a warm-up game against Scotland actually prior to the summer series out in Canada, but a huge talent, football background, but really fast as well, and got a lot of skills. A great turnover from her on the edge.
And you talk about the football skills, we were watching her warm up the kicking. She's got a boot on her.
She really, really has, and you know, it's really transferable. Grow up maybe playing football, but how you can transfer that into rugby and be a multi-option player is really important.
Good solid line out from Rosie Carr to start off, finding Alex Calendar, and here we go, Brython Thunder in to the Edinburgh half. Arm is out from the referee, an advantage, Brython Thunder, an opportunity then, Terry, ball in hand, fakes the kick, flat pass into Amy Williams, met well in the midfield. However, they'll come back, but good signs from Brython Thunder. That rolling maul is going well in the first one.
Yeah, really, really good intent. Good line out, good driving maul, and reap the benefits of it. Edinburgh illegally, Katie Mattson bringing that ball down illegally.
Again, Calendar involved in between the scrum half and the 10, and the ball is going through the hands. Mugabe on the far side, cutting inside, tackled well, and over the ball goes Edinburgh. However, Thunder hold on to the ball. Jones, Wakely trying to get through that gap, but Edinburgh's defence is holding well at the moment. Calendar tackled by Poolman. Terry Oh, huge tackle by Edinburgh. But they still have the ball here, Brython Thunder. It's a good phase of possession that is still going forward, this time through Natalia John. Meg Webb met well again, Denholm. And the penalty goes Edinburgh's way. Disappointment for Brython Thunder. After a good spell of possession, Edinburgh have the ball.
Yeah, really impressive there from Brython Thunder, keeping possession, went through multiple phases, getting over the gain line, and we're seeing players stand up physically. Seeing Natalia John carry there, Shona Wakely, great to see her back playing. Had a great game last week in the second row this week. But getting over that gain line, getting momentum for this Thunder side, and then looking to move the ball to an edge. Not sure what they were penalised for them, but they need to take confidence now from those phases that they just played.
A big line out then for Edinburgh. First one of the day for Millie Whitehouse. Plays a rugby at Edinburgh University at the moment, similar to many of the players in the Edinburgh side, which is a fantastic league to be involved in. Siwan, you know plenty about Bucks rugby, and it's a brilliant place to develop, especially young talent like Edinburgh are using today.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the Bucks National League in the women's game, it is a real good place for girls to get good quality, expansive rugby and quality training. You know, a lot of these Edinburgh girls study, like you said, Griffin Edinburgh Uni. There's actually a fullback today. Nicole Marlowe plays for Cardiff Met. So, you know, there's lots of players involved in that league, and they're getting quality games and training week in, week out, and it definitely helps prepare them for this next standard of rugby.
Space on this near side for the Lightning. Amy Williams through the first challenge. Evades the hands of Nicole Flynn. Flat pass into Carr. Rosie Carr taken well. The Thunder again coming towards this near side. Sinead Harris with a 360. Tackled by Mattison. Another good tackle, this time Mozambique. The option of the kick taken this time. There was space in behind the line, and a good chase from Thunder, but it's gathered well by Edinburgh. And it's going towards the far side, plenty of space, cutting through efficiently it is Edinburgh. The flanker offloads fantastically to Emma Orr, and there's plenty of space. However, the referee has brought the play back for a forward pass. But Kieran Bell was in acres of space, certainly would have scored if that pass was legal.
Yeah, that was a great line break, wasn't it, from the Edinburgh side. I think it was Freya Walker who made that line break, identified in front of her that there was two players. I think it was one of the front rowers from Brython Thunder that was in front of her, identified the space, put on the acceleration and got through that gap. And on her shoulder was the Edinburgh winger, but just forward from the referee, so maybe a lucky escape there for Brython Thunder. But so far in this game, I would say territory and possession have been in Thunder's favour.
And as you mentioned, maybe a lucky escape. That shows straight away what Edinburgh can do on the counter-attack. One little space, they had plenty of space then after that for Bell on the far side. Thunder need to be careful.
Absolutely, Griff. You know, they've got a wealth of experience. They've got Emma Orr there playing 13, who's a Scottish international, who's a very good player, but also dangerous back three players. So, you know, Brython Thunder don't want to give Edinburgh easy outs, easy forms of possession to be able to utilise those dangerous players.
Ellie Tromans went for the kick, charged down by Emma Orr. Meg Davis, flat pass to Finlay Jones on the far side. Tackled just inside the Edinburgh half. Flat pass into Rosie Carr. As Thunder do well in possession again. Terry sees the space, goes to put it over the top. Charged down by Gunderson it was, and it's gone forward. And the ball is back with Brython Thunder. Finlay Jones standing in as the scrum half. Davis The ball goes out, a lovely flat pass into Alex Callender. The support on the shoulder. Does she need it? Fantastic offload, but there is defenders on the way, but they can't stop the Brython Thunder. Shauna Wakely crossing for her first try of the Celtic Challenge, and Thunder are ahead.
Well done, Brython Thunder. Great offload, started with Shauna Wakely. A little offload to Alcal, great line, nice and tight. Great lines break. Alex Callender showing her experience, her athleticism, and then the draw and give, engaging the fullback, Nicole Marlowe, and giving the ball to Shauna Wakely to finish off. But brilliant stuff from Shauna, following her pass and being there as a support player again. A well-deserved try, I must say, from Thunder. All possession territory has been with them so far in this first 8 minutes. Really impressive how they're keeping the ball and going through the phase-ifs.
Absolutely a huge try for the home team, going ahead in their first fixture here at Parc y Scarlets, and an opportunity here for Ellie Tromans to add the extras. Unsuccessful that time, however. The fact of the matter, Brython Thunder are ahead after that try from Shauna Wakely, but it was the flat pass into Alex Callender. And Alex Callender, as you said, it's that experience of drawing the defender, creating the space, easy finish then for Wakely.
Yeah, definitely. You could see her watching her off that line break, obviously acceleration, foot on the gas, looking where the 50 was engaging, but you could see her head. She was turning, looking where her support players were, and Shauna Wakely was on her shoulder to finish that off.
Restart goes straight to Sinead Harris. Carries well. A quick score update from the other Celtic Challenge game that is ongoing at the moment between Clovers and Gwalia Lightning. Clovers currently 12-10 up, but here in Parc y Scarlets, Brython Thunder are in full flow. Another break, this time it was Tromans getting through the line. Going towards the far side, Meg Davis sniping out the back door. Almost throwing the ball away, should have maybe taken it in. However, Edinburgh very pleased to take the ball away from Brython Thunder. And a penalty goes Edinburgh's way, too eager in the breakdown. But again, signs from Brython Thunder that they have a lot of danger when they get the ball out.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're seeing signs of confidence, signs of excitement, signs of cohesion. You know, this side from Brython Thunder has got pathway players in, some experienced international players, but they've only been together a few weeks, you know, so it's something that's not going to click straight away, but I think we've seen glimpses of it the first two games, but I think we're now seeing an excited side that's starting to believe in what they've been working towards and training, and that try will give them some confidence. Seeing the offloads there on the edge for another line break. It was really good play by Brython Thunder.
Line now taken well, McIntosh going up high. Ball comes out to Mzambi. And there's space, goes off the boot of McNamara. Down the field towards Hing. Hing squaring up to Marlowe. Taking contact against Orr. And Flynn also supporting in the breakdown. Over the ball was Edinburgh. However, the arm is up from the referee. Looks like Emma Orr's the disappointed face over the ball.
Yeah, I think the right call by the referee there. I think she was off her feet. That's what the referee was indicating. I think she was on her hands, on her elbows. So the right call, you can't go for the ball if you're off your feet there.
Brython don't quite find touch this time. Edinburgh have the ball again, carrying strong Pullman. Space out on this near side. Doesn't quite get collected by Emma Orr, but it's a lot of space on the near side for Edinburgh. The trio of Orr, Flynn and Marlowe, they've got a lot of space. Well, most of the time they've got plenty of opportunity to attack if they can be accurate with the hands.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lucky escape there for Brython Thunder. They had numbers on the blind side. Emma Orr making a an error there with that drop ball, but I think there was, you know, a 3-on-1 really on that edge. If they could have executed that, Edinburgh would have been pressing and a line break would have happened. Brython Thunder maybe overfolding a little bit, so there's definitely areas that Edinburgh can exploit on that blind side.
Big scrum and a big shove from Edinburgh. It looks like they've stolen the ball and they've won the penalty. It's a big win for the Edinburgh pack, and the coaches will love that shove from the front row.
Yeah, it's a great scrum there by the Edinburgh pack, front row. Dominant in that area, painting positive pictures. Well kept in by Niamh Terry there.
Bouncing up and down, taken by Mattison. Sends it downfield, collected by Amy Williams. And she wants to run across the field, taken well by McNamara. Mozambique involved in counter-rucking, but it's Harris spinning away with the ball. Good line speed from Edinburgh, but the space was there to be exploited. Pressure here on Marlow, coming from Tromans. Also, Mugabe, and they're on them.
Yeah, great option to put the kick in behind there, putting pressure on. Great chase by Tromans and Mugabe, putting pressure on the Edinburgh side. This is where I'm sure Thunder want to play their game, is in the opposition's 22.
They're taking their time here, Edinburgh. Don't want to rush this kick. The experience of Mattison takes her time. Good kick, makes some good territory.
Yeah, great kick there by Katie Mattison. Good exit, not much of an angle off that box, but gets 20 metres down the field, relieving the pressure for this Edinburgh side.
A couple of injuries at the moment. Some treatment on the far side being seen. Mugabe is down. Looks like Tromans is also down on the far side. It's a good opportunity to bring the updates from the other game ongoing at the moment. Clovers 12, Gwalior 10, and it's half time in that game at Musgrave Park in Dublin. But it's a big game for Gwalior and Clovers, and especially Gwalior from a Welsh point of view. A win there would put them in really good place. A week off and then they'll come back in their stride, ready for the last two big games.
Yeah, it's been a great start, hasn't it, for Gwalior, been outstanding, and we've seen a lot of pathway players playing within that side, and it's 12-10 at half time. But you know, Irish teams are strong teams, Griff. A lot of the Irish internationals play within Ireland. The contracted girls are within Ireland, so they've got chance to build there. So they're strong teams, and players have been playing together sometime within the squad. So you know, this score at half-time is really good from a young Gwalior side, and I'm looking forward to seeing that one back later on, because I'm sure there's been some exciting rugby played.
Edinburgh have a good exit there. Hing goes high, straight out, and it loads pressure on the home team. Edinburgh starting to get into their stride, starting to push Brython back, and the danger they have on the wings, on the flanks. If they get into the 22, they're going to be, well, very, very likely or close to getting over the line, especially with the talent they have in the back line.
Yeah, definitely, they've got a huge amount of talent, and we've seen some really good stuff from Edinburgh so far in this Celtic Challenge League. But it's been all Thunder so far, I will say, and Edinburgh struggling a little bit of line-out time. I think that's 2 line-outs to Edinburgh so far. 1 disrupted, 1 not straight, or was it 2 not straight? So Brython Thunder putting pressure on them in that area and reaping the rewards.
Yeah, disappointment for the Edinburgh line-outs, but another player for Edinburgh who's been absolutely magnificent in the last year, Emma Orr, Scotland Player of the Year, playing in the Celtic Challenge. It's a fantastic advert for the league that Scotland's Player of the Year is playing today for Edinburgh. She's enjoying herself and she's bringing that sort of quality to the league.
Yeah, she's a great player and plays exceptionally well for Scotland as well, but that just shows what this league is about as well, and the intent of this league, and internationals wanting to be part of it, wanting to play in it. You know, we see it from a Thunder point of view with the likes of Alcal, who's probably one of the best sevens in the world at the moment, playing as well, and then you've got Emma Rowe on the opposite side. So yeah, it shows an intent from this league and where this league can potentially go.
Natalia John on the far side, receiving the offload from Shona Wakely. They come inside this time, over the ball goes Edinburgh. And fantastic work at the breakdown. They steal the ball and relieve pressure again, but both sides struggling to really get into the 22. It's been played in the middle of the park, really. One team needs to take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, it definitely is. Thunder been punished a couple of times. I'm not sure, I couldn't see quite what happened in that contact area, but I'm not sure if I've seen from the ref's indication that it was in at the side. Been quite a few penalties in that area, and I'm sure they'll be looking to clean that up, because giving away possession too easily there. But yeah, you're right, Griff, a lot of the game has been played in the middle part of the field. I'm sure both teams will be looking to apply pressure through getting into those red zones and being able to execute and turn it into points.
We mentioned before the game both teams are looking to throw the ball around, they're trying to keep it in their hands. Do you think there's almost a point where the coaches might look at the game now, maybe we should go for a bit more territory, use the boot a bit more just to get down the field?
Yeah, definitely. You know, kicking has become a massive part of the women's game, and I see that developing and growing over the next few years as the game's professionalised as well, and more girls get opportunities to really develop that area of the game, because it's a close skill. It's not something that happens really easily or naturally. It's something that really needs coaching, practice and commitment to, and we've seen huge development in that area of the game. So it relieves pressure, it questions defence, because you're changing the picture. You know, otherwise if you're not putting much kicks in, the full defensive line is up, and it's hard to then break the line. Where you're putting some kicks in, you've got players dropping into the backfield, which then frees opportunities to attack. So, you know, I see it becoming, and it is an important part of the game, but I see it becoming an even more important part of the game, and maybe these both teams maybe need to utilise the boot a little bit more in this game.
Good line out from Whitehouse. Ball comes out this time. And it's Emma Orr who fumbles it once again. Alex Callender, acres of space in front of her, uses the boots, chasing his Tromans. Is she going to be the first to get there? Try awarded. Brython Thunder have their second. It came from Alex Callender, but it's finished by Ellie Tromans. Great work from the home team.
I love that, Griff. I absolutely love that. Great line break again by Alex Calder, but the experience and the ability to put that grubber in. She could see Ellie Tromans was coming, so to put that grubber in and allow that foot race to happen was absolutely perfect, and they're reaping the rewards from it. So that's great work by Alex Calder to have the knowledge and understanding to be able to do that is exceptional, and great finish by Ellie Tromans, and great pace by the number 13.
Well, Ashley Beck compared Alex Callender in the week to Justin Tipperick. We've seen him put a few kicks in, and that's one we'll see, I'm sure, over the next few years from Alex Callender. Beautifully executed grubber, perfect weight on it, and it bounced up perfectly for Ellie Tromans to ground for the try. Oh, what a kick that is. A bit of a stinger from the winger Amy Williams. 12-0 to Brython Thunder, and this is what the home team need. They need this sort of confidence boost after the last two games.
Yeah, definitely, and they can raise their confidence now, because that's two great tries, and they're applying pressure to Edinburgh. So it's a great start from them, but need to remain composed, and I'm sure Edinburgh will be looking to get back into this game early on.
It all came from an uncharacteristic error from Emma Orr, but here she is collecting the error from Brython Thunder. This time Finlay Jones spilling. Player down injured, however, Edinburgh keep coming. The captain Stewart offloading that time. A fake pass, then it goes to McNamara, space on the far side, but it's a big tackle from Meg Webb, getting across to stop her opposite number. And here they come again. Edinburgh's first entry into the 22. Going for the far side. Marlowe, plenty of time, offloads onto the far side. But Kieran Bell gets taken over by the Brython defence. But the referee comes back, tap taken quickly from Edinburgh. And off goes the scrum half. Balls fumbling, however, the referee demands both teams to stop. Offside. They'll have another opportunity then, Edinburgh. But it's big moments here for the visitors, and they'll go for a scrum, which has been powerful from Edinburgh in the first half. However, it must be said, Edinburgh so close to the try there. Scramble defence from Thunder, fantastic.
Yeah, great hunger, great scramble, like you said, Griff, from the Thunder side there to stop Edinburgh going over. And probably a pretty sensible decision here from the Edinburgh side, showing their experience. You know, they've been dominant in this scrum. It's a difficult place to defend from, just left of the uprights. Scrum gives them two sides to attack, even though it looks like Edinburgh have overloaded the left-hand side of the field here. But tying the pack into that scrum, giving them space to attack just 5 metres out from that try line.
Big opportunity for the visitors. Nicole Flynn holding her width, but it's a good shove from Brython. But they'll have another reset.
That's a great scrum by Brython Thunder there. The first scrum we've seen a dominant Edinburgh scrum, penalty to Edinburgh. And this young, very young front row for Brython Thunder doing exceptional work there. You know, they maybe had a tough time over the first few weeks, but what I gotta say, if you look at this front row, the two props, Lucid and Tighthead, Chloe Thomas-Bradley wearing 25 today, Caddy Loyce Davis, they were both played in under-18 Six Nations last year, so really young squad front row, but got a huge amount of potential and did very well in that last scrum.
Another opportunity, and they've held well again. However, Edinburgh hold it in there. They go down the far side. Walker tackled by Davis, and it'll be the forwards who'll take control from here. But it's a big tackle from Brython Thunder, pushing Edinburgh back. Another pick and go from the visitors. The ball is presented. Only a matter of inches here for Edinburgh. Another pick and go. Not quite there again. The ball needs to be released. However, sniping around the breakdown. And it's a big try for Edinburgh. They're back in this one. And it is Panache Muzamb crossing the line. They're back in the game with their first entry to the 22. They needed a try to change the momentum of the game.
Yeah, that was a great finish by Muzamb. Body profile low. You know, Edinburgh knew exactly what they were doing there. Tightened the game up, pick and goes, taking those inches off the Thunder side. And then a good finish, good profile. Knew exactly where the try line was. And a well finished try by the Edinburgh side.
Yeah, Panache Muzamb involved with Exeter Chiefs, plenty of experience in the front row. Played in the Celtic Challenge last year as well for the Scottish side. And her sniping around the breakdown was the difference in getting over the line there. And Edinburgh have their first try of this game and an opportunity to throw a couple more points into the mix. The kick looked good between the sticks. Nicole Marlowe sticks it between the posts. Brython Thunder 12, Edinburgh 7. We've got a game on our hands.
We really have. It's been a great game so far. 26, 27 minutes in. We've had 3 tries, lots of running rugby, line breaks from back rowers, kicks from back rowers, forwards doing the work up front. So it's been a great game so far.
Big carry from Freya Walker, met by Natalia John. They don't want to hold the ball in their own half for too long, does Edinburgh. Gone for the boot through McNamara. Sioned Harris has taken it well. However, tackled, but she's still going at the moment. Offload into Finlay Jones. Another offload, this time into Eleanor Hing. Needs to be some support for Brython Thunder. And it does arrive in the end. Looked like that ball had been taken out of Meg Davis's hands, but it has gone forward. But it was a big carry from Sioned Harris.
Yeah, good carry, good take off the kick-off, good carry, and knowing the rules, knowing the rules are not held, carried on going. But then what I'm loving is the offloads then. Offload to Finlay Jones, to Emma Hing, getting everyone involved, and look at the meters they made, you know, from the kick-off inside their 10-metre line, they're all the way up to Edinburgh's 22 through keeping the ball alive. So really good play. I didn't think Meg Davis was happy with that referee's call there. I think maybe she felt like there was a Edinburgh hand or foot or something in there. But the pressure again is on Edinburgh now.
Good ball work at the back of the scrum from Freya Walker. The ball goes downfield from Mattison. It's a good kick. Good meters made on this near side. And that puts Brython down the field.
Yeah, Mattison showing her experience there. Another great kick from her, another great box. Back down, deep into the Thunder 22. Edinburgh now flicking that switch, trying to convert territory into pressure, and it seems to be working.
Rosie Carr, poised, ready to throw this one in. She's got a good target as well in the line out. Natalia John, nice and high with the lift as well. And it's a good set here from Brython Thunder. Patience in the maul. And they'll keep this one in. Webb with a flat pass into Tromans again. However, it does get charged down. Amy Williams almost there to punch it through. However, Nicole Flynn gathers.
That's a great line by Tromans. Really good line off Meg Webb there on the angle. Flat. Really hard to make a defensive read. Someone's running that hard and flat, and it's on the line. You caught in between two minds there as a defender. Confidence seems to be building in this centre partnership. As I say that.
It looks on the far side, it's Meg Webb making way off the field. And Molly Wilkinson comes on to the field.
I'm not sure what's happened there. I think I did see Meg go down injured at one point, so whether that's an injury substitution, I'm not sure. But as I was just saying, that partnership between Webb and Troman seems to be building, flowing off each other, reading each other's body language, what they're going to do. So it's a shame to see Meg Webb go off the field. Hopefully it's nothing too serious if it is an injury.
Absolutely, and you know, the experience of someone like Meg Webb playing to the line, the confidence and the calmness. However, here we go, cutting through Edinburgh, boot the ball again from Denholm, taken by Niamh Terry. And Edinburgh look to get over the ball as well. Pullman, they've done well to look after this ball. Natalia John, fantastic chop from the winger on the big lock. Davis down the field, the ball will bounce kindly for Marlowe. There's a good chase from Finlay Jones as well. Tromans looks to get in the mixer in the breakdown. Slow ball then for Edinburgh as they look to move the defence around. A looping pass onto the far side. Now onto Emma Orr. Going past Niamh Terry, almost past Sioned Harris. And they're taken down. And Edinburgh coming forward. The momentum is definitely swinging towards the visitors. Well, trying to go quickly was Mattison, but the referee was having none of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure whose ball it is here. I haven't seen an indication yet, so Mattison's gone fast, maybe not on the mark. Maybe that was the case. But Edinburgh got fire in their belly now, Griff, since that last try. Moving the ball to the edge. Emerald looking dangerous.
Absolutely, and it was the break from Sarah Denholm just earlier that created the opportunity. She went boot for ball in the end. Maybe holding on to the ball would have been a better option to let her teammates get alongside. However, it's another scrum, Edinburgh in a dangerous zone. And with the whole right side of the field to play with, it's a good opportunity to throw a move they've been using in training this week. I wonder what they've got up their sleeve. But once again, the initial shove from Edinburgh neutralised by Thunder. Bouncing ball, almost juggling with it was McNamara, but it's a big carry. Testing Niamh Terry, however, it comes towards this near side, breaking through. Alex Callender with a big tackle. Did that one go forward? No, says the referee. Marlowe back inside. Denholm is taken down, but the arm is out from the referee. And Edinburgh have an opportunity. Pouncing on the quick ball. Try Mattison. She's been looking for that quick tap all game. It's paid off this time. Edinburgh are on level terms.
Yeah, we spoke about her experience, didn't we? You know, former Worcester player, regular player for Worcester, signed for Gloucester Hartbury this year, but you know, he's played a high standard for a long time as Madsen, and knew as soon as the referee blew that whistle that she was going to go fast, that Thunder didn't have enough time to reload to get back, and a try for Edinburgh. I tell you what, Thunder maybe need to be careful of the amount of penalties they're giving away at the moment, Griff. A lot of them in the red zone. Discipline maybe cost them a little bit in and around that contact area or tackle height. So it's cost them a try this time for sure.
Try goes Edinburgh's way, and it was the experience of Mattison to get over, and there's an opportunity now for the fullback Nicole Marlowe to get Edinburgh ahead. And it'd be a big lead if Marlowe was to get this one over just before the half. Got the distance, just grazing the post. Good effort from Nicole Marlowe, but the score is 12 each.
Yeah, we're seeing both sides, aren't we? Looking to attack, looking to move the ball, looking to apply pressure in the right areas of the field. What I will say, I think still Thunder have had more territory and possession. They mustn't be too disappointed with those tries and keep their confidence high and keep playing. But Edinburgh now looking to play in the right areas of the field and exploit some of the spaces that are out on this pitch today.
A low kick from McNamara, makes good meterage. Hing gathers, deemed to have gone forward from the referee, and it's those sort of small errors that Brython Thunder can't afford to make at this moment in the game.
Yeah, it's really tough, you know, little errors like that, no one means to knock a ball on, but just maybe that pressure now that Edinburgh are applying, having a toll on the players, you know, just thinking, oh, it's 12-all is a difference to having confidence when it's 12-0. And just a little fumble of the ball there from Hing. But those are the errors that Thunder be looking to cut out, because it's just giving easy possession and territory back to this Edinburgh side.
The backs are split here for Edinburgh, just out of vision. Marlowe is hiding just behind McNamara, and it looks like they're going to come towards this near side. Big tackle, and it's a big turnover. Amy Williams over the ball. She's been exceptional in the first half, firing in the belly clearly, and wants to make a big impression in this game. Oh, the pass into Niamh Terry's foot. But it's a good take from Tromans. In fact, it is Molly Wilkinson peeling away with the ball. But Brython Thunder looks like they want to play with the ball here, and they're doing well. Big carry coming up here, big tackle from Alex Stewart. But the ball is still retained by Brython Thunder. And this time, Terry looks to put it down the field. Pressure will be on the full-back for Edinburgh. She returns a kick. Has that gone on its head?
Taken back in, I thought that was then, Griff. Oh, I think Thunder have been a little hard done by then. The ball bounced outside the 22, and I think Marlowe carried that back in and then kicked it. So a little bit harshly done by maybe this Thunder side. Instead of a line out on the 22, they're a line out on the halfway of the field. But what a great attack that was from Thunder. I like it most when they're keeping the ball alive. They're looking for those offloads. They look really dangerous then. And then a good kick by Niamh Terry just in behind the fullback Marlowe and give them that opportunity to press hard.
Ball is being played here then by Brython Thunder. Another good offload. Niamh Terry needs support. Comes in the form of Wilkinson. Amy Williams on her own. Isolated over the ball goes Edinburgh. But they get away with it this time, does the home side. Good tackle by the prop, once again involved. Pullman has been everywhere for the visitors. However, it's a penalty, and this time it's Meg Davis's turn to go quickly. But the referee does bring it back. But as we've seen, Brython Thunder so eager to keep the ball in hand. They're trying to throw the ball about. It's a good watch for the neutral, but I'm sure sometimes the coaches are on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, definitely. Some really good plays where they do keep the ball alive. But it's a balance, isn't it, Griff? Their penalty. Driving Moore has been going really well for the Thunder side. So, you know, penalty, get down into the 22 or 22 area and utilise set piece, suck defenders in, you know, change the picture. That's really, really important. And I'm sure we're going to see a driving Moore here now.
Needs to be a good line, and it is. For Sioned Harris peels away. Wilkinson cutting against the grain of the defence. Taken well. However, Brython are looking dangerous here. Carrying in attack. They've got an overload. Terry decides to give it flat into Thomas Bradley. But breaking through again, Shauna Wakely. Finlay Jones almost crossing the line.
Ooh.
The defence from Edinburgh is heroic at the moment, but there's space for Amy Williams. Here we go, one-on-one, round the outside, finds the try line. And the referee will have a quick chat with Amber Stamp on this near side. And the try is given. Amy Williams, it was a one-on-one, but she was favourite to score. She's brilliant on this left wing.
Yeah, she did a great finish there from where we were stood, Griff. I thought that was a ground in. You know, it looked like the ball was on her chest below her. It looked like there was downward pressure. It's a really well taken try. But what was good was, I think it was Molly Wilkinson, the substitute centre that's come on for Meg Webb, was out the back on that left-hand side. So went straight from Meg Davis to Molly Wilkinson to the edge player. Which allowed, there was lots of space there, so you know, and it was a well taken try there by Amy Williams.
And it must be said, when we looked at the line out, the position they had, we thought they were going to go for the driving maul, but peeling off seemed to be the great idea, cutting against the grain, making good meters, and then crossing the line in the end. But like you said, Molly Wilkinson, big boost to fill after Webb went off. She's done exceptional. Yeah,
definitely. You know, she was the one that ran that short line as well, I think, off that driving maul we're speaking about, or fake driving maul. We thought they were going to drive it. Sioned Harris pulling out the back, and Wilkinson short into that seam, getting over the gain line and shortening up that Edinburgh defence.
A huge half of rugby here at Parc Scarlets, and a huge try for Brython Thunder as well. Brython Thunder 17, Edinburgh 12. Siwan, your thoughts on the half? It's been a well-contested half, to be fair. Both teams going head-to-head. Good watch for us.
Yeah, brilliant first half. Both teams head-to-head. Both teams back and forth, really. Thunder probably starting the first 15-20 minutes were dominant, where they were the ones that looked on top, and then probably the next 15 minutes was all Edinburgh. Edinburgh applying pressure in the right areas of the field, getting into the Thunder 22, using their forwards carries well, and then utilising the danger back players really well as well. But then Thunder applying pressure to finish, and a well-taken try to go in at half-time. So yeah, it's been back and forth, but both teams most definitely up for this game today.
A huge game then at Parc y Scarlets, and before we rejoin the action in the second half, let's have a look at the best of the action in last weekend's game here in Wales. Gwalior Lightning took on Glasgow Warriors at Cardiff Arms Park. Hello and welcome to Cardiff Arms Park for this second round clash of this year's Celtic Challenge competition. Today's game is between Gwalior Lightning and Glasgow Warriors. And another line out, but the first one in the 22 for Gwalior Lightning, and points return from every entry is going to be vital today if either team's going to take the victory.
100%, and it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Obviously not that close, so driving ball is on, but yeah, they're looking to play.
A flat pass into Gwennan Hopkins, bursting through the gap, bursting all the way over the try line. And Gwennan Hopkins has her first try of this campaign. And a fantastic line break from the number 8. Gwalior Lightning take the lead.
She did amazingly to spot the gap there. Obviously there was 2 players coming on her, and she managed to get dynamically through the gap and obviously then finish off. So that was fantastic from Gwennan Hopkins there.
And Lightning are back in the 22. Great show of hands. Fantastic move from Gwalior Lightning, a fantastic kick. Catherine Richards on the far side. She doesn't miss from there. On the far side, Catherine Richards, the 3rd try of the campaign. But it came from a fantastic move all across the Gwalior Lightning backline. And Caris Hughes, an outside the boot kick, converted fantastically in the corner.
That was so impressive as well, with how flat they were playing to the line. It almost looked like it was going to be difficult to pull off, but they managed to get that grubber through, like you said, through Caris Hughes, and a brilliant finish from Catherine Richards there.
And it's that vision as well. Caris Hughes outside the boot kick. It's not an easy skill, and it bounced up perfectly as well for Catherine Richards. The right winger is coming across here. Skye Phimister, just tucked behind Hong Jigawa. And the ball does find Phimister, but there's support on the near side. Kelly, what a tackle. Caitlin Lewis with a huge chop. But the ball remains with Glasgow Warriors. Winter carrying that time. The ball is out. Turner, the skipper for the Warriors, poised to take the ball. Once again, Glasgow Warriors. The hand is out once again from the referee. Penalty. They want to go quickly here. She has. And looking to cross the line. The thumb is up from the linesman. But a quick chat with Jenny Davis. And the try has been awarded. Glasgow Warriors are back in this game, and I believe Bogan with the try, but it was quick thinking from McDonald to get it off in the first place, and gives it to one of the big players. They have a big carry in Bogan, and crosses the line. 5 metres out. Gwalior Lightning need a score here to get some sweet revenge after that Bogan try. Reardon, only a matter of inches here. Jones, big hit, and Glasgow Warriors are pushing Gwalior Lightning backwards. Goes out towards the edge, just about getting over the line. Caris Hughes, another try for Gwalior Lightning, almost held out magnificently from Glasgow Warriors, but she finds the gap, and Gwalior Lightning add 5 points to their lead. Metcalf again takes it. She's been everywhere across that back line. Hopkins, a good looping pass towards King, but it bounces favourably for Gwalior Lightning. Hughes puts the ball out to Catherine Richards. Richards on the inside, tackled well by McLaren. Hughes is still on the floor, but Lightning are still going forward. Raiden, this time with the ball. Good counter-ruck from Nikki Simpson. But it's the pack that are going to be taking control here. Davis, that time Constable tries to tip it on to Kate Williams. It's a knock-on advantage. Jones, a flat pass. Isaac, one more. Richards, inside. Tackled well. They're going backwards at the moment. Constable, over the try line. And Gwalia Lightning have the bonus point try. It was coming. They had a couple of chances, but it's Abby Constable doing the damage in the end.
That was a fantastic carry from Abby Constable, and it all came sadly from Carissa Hughes' pick-up and her pass out there to Catherine Richards. Hopefully she's doing okay down there.
Gwalia Lightning will feed into the scrum. But again, it's the home team that are showing they can control territory, and it's good signs for this team.
It's really good, and it shows how far they've developed as well. You know, they know when it's on to play, they know when it's on to kick. The executions of all the kicks have been fantastic, especially from Sian. So yes, really good progress. It's really good to see, and I think that they're just going to keep developing.
Hopkins carrying strong. Hopkins crossing. Hopkins try. A second try of the game for the young number 8. She's showing how good she is. She might be young, but she's fantastic.
That was absolutely outstanding from her. Just from the base of the scrum, simple carry. And again, it's taken 2 or 3 players to try and take her down, and she's able to get through them. So it just shows how powerful she is as a runner too.
And they go again. The replacement lock hurled back by opposite number. Anderson and Maisie Davis going toe-to-toe. Through the back door. Hands needed here for the Warriors on the far side. Great scramble defence. Caitlin Lewis getting over to make that big tackle, but they still come. Glasgow Warriors very close, agonisingly if anything. The arm is out again from the referee. Held up. Good work. It was Kira Deeks involved holding that up, but again, Warriors will go again, and it's a yellow card. Gwalia Lightning. And it looks like they're going to be down to 14 for the remainder. They cross again, and it's a try this time. Glasgow Warriors have earned this one. They worked hard. They've got back into the game. They're going again. Tucker carrying. Tucker crossing. And it's tough to stop Ali Tucker, a second try of the game. Glasgow Warriors get their third. And it was coming for a couple of phases there. A few penalties on the bounce, and eventually it's tough to stop Tucker from that close in.
Yeah, she's a fantastic runner. Again, going over the line, similar sort of try last week. So, yeah, I think she'll be really chuffed with that one.
And that's the final kick of the game from Lucy McRae. A big victory here at Cardiff Arms Park for Gwalia Lightning. And they were excellent today, Gwalia, in attack and in defence. They've earned that victory. They deserved it. Gwalia 36, Glasgow 19. A big victory there for Gwalia Lightning at home at Cardiff Arms Park. There's plenty of action here at Parker Scarlets, plenty of activities on the field at half-time. Great to see all these kids having an opportunity to have a go on the field. It's a fantastic surface to play on, you know, so it's great for these kids to have a go.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see so many girls out here today. Like you say, Griff, being able to have a run out on Parker Scarlets, but also then watch the game first and second half and have that opportunity and aspire to be here one day is really special. And we're really seeing big momentum now in the women's game, and stuff like this is really, really important.
Absolutely. Looking back to that highlights package we've just seen, Gwalia Lightning, they've started off on fire. You know a lot of the girls who play there. The way they've started, it kind of surprised you.
No, it hasn't surprised me at all. There's a lot of pathway girls in there that have come through 18s and 20s. It's a young side, but they're used to playing with each other and, working with the girls in the pathway. I know their capabilities and how much potential they have got, and we're seeing that potential continue to develop. So some really, really good players there, and I just think our future's really exciting with how these girls are standing up against a lot older oppositions, but showing their quality, but also their maturity as well.
Absolutely, and they've got a big game today. It's on currently on our laptop over here. Clovers 12-10 up at the moment. That's a huge game in the context of the Celtic Challenge, especially if Clovers manage to get the victory. It'd be big in the league table.
Yeah, it is. Like we spoke about earlier, Griff, the Irish sides are going to be really dominant, or thought on paper to be dominant, with how many internationals they've got playing for them and how much time they've had together. But that's a close game out there, and we've travelled, the Gwalior team have travelled out there, and it's neck and neck, and it could go either way, but then that will have a big bearing on 3-1 in this league, and we could see the two Irish teams at the top if Clovers win today.
Absolutely, you mentioned both Irish teams at the top. Wolfhounds victorious yesterday, 40 points to 12 against Glasgow Warriors. They look really dangerous, and as you mentioned, plenty of experience in that team. It's going to be tough for anyone to go over there and get the victory. Gwalior will be playing them in a couple of weeks' time. That's also a huge game for both teams, especially to end the season on top.
Yeah, definitely. The amount of experience that is in that Wolfhound seed. That's a big scoreline to put against Glasgow yesterday. So showing, their confidence is high. They've gone 3 from 3, which is a really strong start from them. But what we're seeing is other nations come close, like we're seeing today. Our Gwalior Lightning side coming close to the Clovers, which is really good, and that game still has got probably an exciting 15 minutes left to play, which will determine how the league kind of looks at that half-point stage. So keeping a close eye on all games at the moment.
Absolutely, plenty of action. It's all exciting in the Celtic Challenge. Next week there'll be a week off for all teams involved. However, we'll be back on the 27th of January for another round of fixtures. Gwalior Lightning back at home at Cardiff Arms Park versus Edinburgh, who are playing today at Parc y Scarlets. Kick-off for that game at 1:30. Glasgow versus Clovers at Scotstoun. Kick-off at 2 o'clock on the same day. And Wolfhounds versus Brython Thunder, 7:30. Also on the 27th of January. So make yourselves comfortable on the sofa on that day, because plenty of games, plenty of action, plenty to play for in the Celtic Challenge. Here at Parc y Scarlets, the score, Brython Thunder 17, Edinburgh 12. It's been a really exciting half, plenty of action, plenty of key moments as well, and none more than that last try before the half.
Yeah, definitely. Thunder can take a lot of confidence from that and how they've been playing today. 3 tries so far. They're looking like a threat. They're looking at different forms of playing, moving the ball, offloads. We're seeing some kicks being put in there. Line-outs functioning well, driving maul, and then we're seeing the forward pack doing damage from Edinburgh. They've brought a bit of territory game into it that second half. But this league this year, Griff, isn't necessarily about who finishes top. It's an opportunity for these girls to play. It's that next level of competition building up to the international stage, and we're seeing pathway players and other girls getting exposure. So, it's really important. It's not results focused, but what we're seeing is a confident now Thunder side playing, which is really good after 2 defeats to begin this competition.
Absolutely. Edinburgh are back on the field, and in the first half, Siwan, who for Edinburgh stood out most for you? Because they've been exceptional in the first half. They've been really pressing the Brython defence. However, not quite on top in the first half. They'll look to come back in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. I think the 10, obviously we spoke about Katie Mattison quite a lot. Her experience has shone through in that second try she took for Edinburgh. Was her experience coming through. But I've been impressed with the fly half. Sarah Denholm, I think she's controlling the game quite well. And their forward pack, the physicality of their front row has stood out as well. So some real good players in that Edinburgh side. It's a young side. A lot of them play for Edinburgh Uni. So, there's some real potential in that side, and being impressed how some of them have stood up today.
Yeah, Brython Thunder making Edinburgh wait a couple of moments just before they come out back onto the field of play. But they are back now. I'm sure they've had a good chat in the changing room. It's a big opportunity for the home team. They're ahead at the half. They're in the favourable position to go on to win this game. And if anything, it'd do more for Brython to get the victory than Edinburgh, as 2 losses on the bounce, a win before the break. They can have 2 weeks then to work and build from this result.
Yeah, you know, confidence is a big thing. Like I said, you know, this league probably isn't results dependent this year. It's more about exposure, opportunity for these girls to play, and giving them a taste of what that professional standards of rugby look like. You know, being coached by quality people. You got Ashley Beck coaching this Thunder side. You know, his wealth of knowledge, experience is exceptional. So, you know, it's bigger than results. But saying that, from wins, from scoring tries, that's why we love the game, right? That's why we fell in love with the game in the first instance. We're all competitive. Winning, scoring tries and attacking is what everyone loves and enjoys. So I'm sure there'll be some more confidence in this side now as they're settling in, and that cohesion in this Thunder side is definitely showing.
Brython doing well from the restart, taking the ball straight towards the Edinburgh defence, and they're showing good patience with the ball in hand. Hing coming towards this near side. Mugabe, the first real space she's had to work with the ball. Wilkinson trying to keep it alive, however it does go forward, and it was Denholm stepping into the 9 position to distribute. Muzamb guarding, waiting for Mattison to come across, but the bounce of the ball is favourable for Eleanor Hing. Offloads into Ellie Tromans, and the ball does go forward off a Brython player, and Edinburgh have the ball in the attacking half and will look to ship this out wide. There is space, however, taking the ball herself, a humongous lovely offload, but it doesn't quite come off. But it was McNamara with the offload. It's great to see her showing the skills and showboating almost with that out the door pass there.
Yeah, definitely. See Edinburgh's intent from the off here, keeping the ball alive, getting the ball to that edge. Probably had a bit of a talk into that at half time by Claire Cruikshank, their head coach, over how they utilise the edge really a little bit more. We spoke first half, Griff, maybe that flashback play or overlaps maybe being in certain parts of their game, and straight away we're seeing intent from Edinburgh to get that ball into the wide channels.
Absolutely, Edinburgh keen to get on the board early doors in the second half, and they'll have an opportunity. Line out not straight from Rosie Carr, who's been pretty good in the first half with the darts, doesn't quite get that one right. However, Edinburgh, another opportunity in the scrum. It must be said, after Edinburgh's first scrum, they looked really dominant, but Brython have really grown into the game, especially in the scrum element.
Yeah, absolutely. I referenced it first half, Griff. You know, this front row for the Thunder side, you've got Chloe Thomas-Bradley and Caddy Loyce-Davis, both under-18s front rowers last year. This time last year, we're prepping for an under-18 Six Nations. And then Rosie Carr, you know, I think Rosie's 21, maybe 22, so also a young hooker in that front row. So, you know, you look how they've developed. You know, they'll take a lot of learning from these games in that front row, and it will only help them on their future development. But they must take pride in how they've been performing as well, and not worry too much about certain parts of the game.
Slight case of commentator's curse there, as the Edinburgh scrum wins a penalty. Looked like Alex Callender was all over the ball. The ball does bounce kindly for Brython Thunder. The chase is on, but the ball does trickle over this near touchline. But Alex Callender tried to go all over the ball to get the turnover. Wasn't very pleased with the referee, to say the least. I'm sure as the skipper she'll have a quiet word with the referee about that.
Yeah, and she is turnover queen, isn't she? Like, her stats have been phenomenal, Griff, the first few weeks. I think, was it 7 turnovers she had last week in just last week's game. I think it was 24 tackles, 24 carries. You know, she's getting through the stats, and she's being a dominant force for this Thunder side, and deserves all the credit she gets when you're putting in performances like that week in, week out.
And it's no surprise to see the likes of Alex Callender doing so well in this competition. A star for the Welsh international team, play the match against Italy in the Six Nations. Certainly looking to get some minutes under the belt, which is sort of what has been, this competition has been used as well, you know, developing young players, but also giving some well-deserved minutes to some players who will need it before the Women's Six Nations.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's important you get your confidence from playing games. That's where you feel comfortable in certain elements. You know, it's like anything in life, Griff. If you haven't done much of it for a certain period of time, you lack your belief, you know. And when you're playing week in, week out and performing, and you've got a couple of work-ons you can correct, then that prepares you for those big games. So this is hugely important for them, some of these players, in the build-up to Six Nations, to get game time under their belt, have a feel for the game, you know, have things to work on, have things to develop, because nothing prepares you for a game like playing. Because if you go in, you're training week in, week out, but not having anything to analyse or really think about, you might not be working on the right things, you know. So this is hugely important for confidence, cohesion, and just to prepare the girls ready for an exciting Six Nations tournament.
Good move here from Edinburgh, peeling towards the far flank. Is tackled in the end. Kieran Bell, she was peeling off the left wing, going all the way across. Almost chalk on the boots off the wrong wing, but it's turned over by Thunder. The space and behind the Edinburgh back line doesn't quite catch the kick, as I believe it was Amy Williams who put that one down the field. Doesn't quite catch it as she would have liked, but Brython Thunder are starting to push Edinburgh backwards. But offside in the ruck is the call from the referee.
I'm not sure. I didn't see the turnover, Griff. It was good turnover from the Thunder side there, and I think, like you say, it was Amy Williams up a boot to ball to get down into the Edinburgh 22 and a good chase. But again, a penalty against Thunder, and I think it was offside, so another, you know, infringement penalty. And I'm sure when they'll be looking back at the stats, maybe their pen stats won't be where they want them to be today. Sorry, Griff. As a side, you always look, really, if you can concede under 10 penalties a game, you're in a good spot to be able to dominate and be in control of the game. If it's over 10, then you question what are you kind of doing? Why are we giving so many penalties away? And I think Thunder may be on the brisk of conceding over 10 at the moment.
Edinburgh looked as if they had a line-out move prepared, but Freya Walker slightly confused and bamboozled by the movement. Space for Brython Thunder. Good hands required. Eleanor Hing doesn't quite gather. Pleads her innocence to the referee, Sarah Toll. But a quick discussion with...
I'm not sure what's happened here. I think the referee called a knock on, but the Thunder player doesn't feel like she's knocked that ball on. You can see Higgs' reaction, hands on head there. But intent from the Thunder side there. There was space in the wild channel, they're getting the ball out there, but again, little errors costing them possession, stopping them building momentum. You know, that's the important bit, is when you get into those phases and you get into third, fourth phase, how clinical can you be whilst applying pressure?
Scrum here for Edinburgh. News coming in from the Clover Gwalia Lightning game. Clovers 12, Gwalia Lightning 17. They've scored in the 73rd minute. And they are ahead in that huge clash between two Titanic teams in the Celtic Challenge. Big results coming in elsewhere in the Celtic Challenge, and this game currently score is Brython Thunder 17, Edinburgh 12. Around half an hour to go in this one.
Two close games, Griff. Two big games, neck and neck by both sides. But that result you're speaking about, Gwalia Lightning versus Clovers, that's a huge score in that 73rd minute for Gwalia. You can see the frustration here kicking in from this Thunder side. Girls, hands on heads, hands in the air, frustrated. Maybe with some errors, some calls, but composure is so important. You know, there's a long time left in this game. We've got 30 minutes to go, so there's plenty of time. It's just about getting that confidence, getting that composure, and settling down from both sides, from both Edinburgh and Thunder. Sure, they want to go through a few more phases and apply pressure in those red zones and in the right areas of the field.
Yeah, it was Molly Wilkinson once again taking the ball into contact. She's been exceptional since coming on. It's not easy to come on that early in the game either, especially an unexpected sub maybe, especially with Meg Webb going off the field. She's come on, she's really looked after the ball, she's been composed, running good lines. And if she gets the ball more in this second half, I'm sure Brython Thunder will look dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. You know, she's done really well since she's come on. Sorry, just got distracted there by the scrum penalty. I thought that Thunder scrum looked a lot better than the last one.
Edinburgh back in the Brython 22. Big carry this time from Alex Stewart, co-captain for Edinburgh. The ball goes out, good hands. Whitehouse into Logan. But again, Brython Thunder come away with the ball. They're slowing the ball down slightly here, Brython Thunder. I'm sure they'll look to exit at some point in the next few phases. Meg Davis putting it down the field, but Marlowe, plenty of space. Chase from Brython Thunder, and it's another penalty against Brython Thunder. And as you mentioned, the penalty counts for Brython Thunder is going through the roof at the moment.
Yeah, it is, and I think that comes from being under pressure as well. You know, Griff, like Brython turned the ball back, they had a ruck almost middle of the field. Bit of composure, sometimes you haven't got to rush things, and then we see a Meg Davis box pretty much middle of the field, only two chasers on this open side, which leaves Edinburgh with a lot of space to attack, and then maybe a bit of a dog leg line coming up in defence, and then we're seeing a high shot because you're scrambling. You know, you're not in structure, so just a little bit of composure, calm things down. Everything's not going to be fast, it's got to be rushed. If there's time, take that time to set and get into position, especially when exiting and you're looking to put a chase and apply that pressure.
Alex Callender is on the floor, getting some treatment at the moment. She seems fine, chatting away, and she is a warrior. She'll certainly look to carry on.
You've nailed it there. She is a warrior, definitely she is. Like, I can see her look and she's like, I can imagine saying, I'm not going off no matter what's happening. But she's glad that she's okay, and she seems to be moving fine, so that's really good to see.
Edinburgh from the penalty go towards the corner, and in the other game, in the Celtic Challenge, it's just finished, and Clovers have scored in the last minute, and they have converted the try to make it 19-17 for Clovers against Gwalia Lightning, which is a huge result for the Clovers against Gwalia, who are on top of the table before this game week.
Yeah, that's a huge result for the Clovers, but Gwalia have done exceptionally well. I think they're Griff to go ahead, and then unfortunate for them, just concede at the death, and it seemed, what I see is it was a big kick from the Clover side to win that game.
Again, going quick in this game at Parc Scarlets, Edinburgh, and it's another penalty against Brython Thunder. tapping quickly. Good hands, easy try. Edinburgh are back on level terms again. And on this near side, crossing over the line, Freya Walker. But it was the sharp thinking again from Mattison, getting the ball out, easy hands, trying the corner.
Yeah, good play from Edinburgh there, really pressing now they are. We spoke about the Thunder ill discipline, and Edinburgh now capitalising on that, taking quick taps, Thunder being unorganised, but Edinburgh really utilising that momentum, and Thunder's ill disciplined again to the right areas of the field. But really well taken try by Walker. I could see her hugging this touchline over here where there was space, and a bit of a walk in at the end.
Must be said, the Brython Thunder penalty count, even in this second half, has been unexpected. They've been going backwards with pretty much every passage of play in the second half. They'll certainly need to improve on that.
Yeah, discipline's a hard one, you know. If you're ill-disciplined, sometimes it's really hard to break that cycle, but it just gives oppositions a chance to get in the right areas of the field, gives them a chance to get some momentum, so that'll be something they'll definitely be looking to correct. Because if they could tidy up on that discipline, then, you know, it would be a much easier game. But we've got a hell of a game on our hands. 15 minutes into this second half, and we're 17 all. It's been back and forth, hasn't it, Griff?
Absolutely. Back in the game. Walker crossing the line with ease in this near corner. Marlowe's conversion doesn't quite make it, so even again here between Brython Thunder and Edinburgh. But an opportunity then for Brython to try and get back up the field as they get the game restarted here. Sioned Harris trying to get her influence on the game. Be fair to say, oh, big tackle.
Good tackle there by Orr.
Yeah, Emma Orr. The offside, it looks, the call from the referee. Another penalty in this game, and they're getting matched well back here. And it looks like they're going way back.
I don't know what that's for, unless it's come from I don't know, I'm a bit confused, but they've gone right up to the 22 almost, but I'm sure Thunder will take that. I'm not sure what's happened there. It'll be interesting to see what Thunder do from this. The line out inside Edinburgh's 22. For me, their driving maul has gone really well. Do they capitalise on that? Do they impose their physicality and their dominance in that area? You know, we've seen them maul from around the park, the halfway mark, and get high reward from it. It'd be nice to see them impose that in a pressured situation now, 10-15 metres out from the try line.
Yeah, quick change. Katie Carr's come onto the field for Caddy Loyce Davis. The ball's knocked on off Edinburgh, but it's a shame to see the line out go astray for Brython Thunder, especially in that scenario. They've got a good driving maul as well, as you mentioned. Disappointing.
Yeah, you know, the line out started really well for this Thunder side in this game. Good accuracies. Rosie Carr throwing very well. The last couple haven't functioned as they did at the beginning of the game, and for this Thunder side it's about getting that consistency in elements of the game to be able to attack and be able to keep possession off. But they're lucky there was then a knock on by the Edinburgh side, and they've got an opportunity here at scrum time within Edinburgh's 22.
Singleton, the replacement scrum half, feeding. Sioned Harris peeling off. 360, here we go, almost at the line. The trademark Sioned Harris 360, and they're almost there. Bouncing over the line. The referee will want to have another look at what's happened here. She's asking the players.
Double movement, is it no try? Wasn't quite sure on that indication. I'm not sure what's happened there. Players don't seem happy. I'm not sure. Sorry, I can't give an answer there.
I'll be honest, I wasn't too sure what happened either, but it looked like the referee wasn't happy with the grounding of the ball. It looked like it was going to be Shauna Wakely who was going to run away with another try. However, the referee hasn't awarded this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but good from that scrum. Great carry by Sinead Harris, getting the team up to 5 metres out, and then some good forward carries. I thought Shauna Wakely was over. There was lots of space around the field then. They'll be disappointed not to come away with points.
Singleton as well to take Walker down. Singleton again involved. Help from Niamh Terry. As Edinburgh look to exit, pressure on the kicker, doesn't get it away. But Emma Orr comes away with a ball, huge handoff. The trademark Emma Orr, this time kick over the top. It's a race between Hing and Orr. Hing does well to collect and spins away from Emma Orr as well. Now then, an opportunity to counter-attack on the far side. Wilkinson goes with a boot, but it goes out on its head. But Emma Orr, the trademark handoff from Emma Orr, and she makes almost 80 metres.
Yeah, outstanding work by Emma Orr there. You know, to spot that space, to beat defenders, but then the fend, I think it was on Tromans, the fend was, to make that line break, but then to put the kick in and put pressure on that Thunder side. But credit to Hing, did really well to track back and then open up the opposite way in the field. Good ball to Wilkinson, but then a Shane straight out, kicked from outside her 22.
Yeah, Hing did unbelievably there as well. Probably feel the presence of Emma Orr looming down on her, but spins away with the ball and evades the Orr tap tackle. The ball goes back inside. It's a penalty, and it looked like a deliberate knock on, and that is enough, says the referee. There's enough penalties now. The yellow card has been whipped out. Ellie Tromans is jogging off on the far side, and this is a big 10 minutes, especially Edinburgh seems to be on top at the moment. Brython Thunder down to 14. Pressure is on now.
Yeah, pressure is on, and it was going to happen. You know, that card, there's been a lot of penalties in this Thunder side. It's a shame that it's resulted in a yellow card for them, but the next 10 minutes is a big 10 minutes for this Thunder side. Can they withhold this pressing Edinburgh side, who seems to have come alive this second half?
Absolutely, this Edinburgh side, they're looking sharp, they're looking drilled, they're making some changes as well, getting some fresh legs onto the field, which could be very dangerous from a Brython perspective. But if you're an Edinburgh supporter, you'll be feeling like it's sort of tilting your way at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they've been patient, they've applied pressure, and they've taken opportunities that have been there for them. But now they've got a player up. Now the true point comes in where do they stand, and how can they capitalise on this extra player, and can they utilise that space that they've got with Thunder being down to 14 players. Sorry.
Here they go round the outside. Gas shown by the winger. Plenty of gas, and it is Kieran Bell going all the way around the Brython Thunder defence. Edinburgh ahead for the first time in this game, and it's a huge try, especially with Brython Thunder a player down.
Yeah, Kieran Bell does really well there, doesn't she? She gets on the outside of that Thunder defence. Obviously Thunder going to be a little bit more narrow now, losing the centre. So a lot more space out in those wide channels. But I'll be honest, she's lucky she scored that, because she probably should have given the pass, because she had a player on her outside. I thought, oh, where you going? So if she hadn't scored that, I'm sure the coach would be saying, why haven't you given that pass?
She scored in the first week. She scored in the second week. She was bound to score in the third game week. Another fantastic try. This time peeling around the outside was Bell. And as you mentioned, if she hadn't have scored there, she would have been in the bad books, but she must have backed herself.
Yeah, she's forgiven because she's taken her opportunity. So, you know, to be fair, if she's got gas, she did back herself. But on another day, if you get caught, you'd be like, well, you had to play her outside. But really well taken, Bell. You know, Edinburgh capitalising really on that space that's out there now, as Thunder are down to 14 players.
Yeah, being down to 14, of course, changes the course of the game. How difficult is it, especially when Brython, I think it's fair to say, there was slightly on the back foot when they took that yellow card as well. Now 14 players, how hard is it to try and keep on top, keep your mentality positive and try and come back into the game?
Well, sometimes it can actually galvanise a side a little bit because it makes everyone go up a gear, because you know you're covering off for that player that you're down. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt now and how they go, and might galvanise them. I'm sure Alex Calendar would have been trying to get the team together under the sticks when they conceded, and they've got back possession, so something must have worked under the posts.
Terry brings the ball out to Wilkinson. The ball needs to come towards this near side. Mugabe cutting back inside. She's lightning, but she's taken down by Nicole Flynn. Singleton into Mundy, who's also come on in this second half. Making way was Natalia John, all over the ball. Big turnover. Alex Stewart, a leader on the field for Edinburgh, and she's got a big turnover there.
Yeah, it's a great turnover by Stewart. Charlie Mundy just carried back inside, or in the hit, come back in. All the Edinburgh players were around the Thunder, slightly more away, and Alex sniffing out that ball and taking a possession off her at the key point, really. The Thunder just got ball back and looked like they were up for dominating in that area of the field.
Line out here for Eiley Ronald off the bench. Confusion it looked like from the Edinburgh side, and an opportunity. Rosie Carr, they've decided to go for the line out here. Brython potentially trying to avoid going into the scrum scenario again is the home team. But Rosie Carr, her darts have been pretty good most of the afternoon, and another good one from the hooker. Singleton takes the ball away. Mundy coming into contact. Terry inside to Rosie Carr. The pass was deemed to be forward, but it's also the case when you're a player down, especially a centre. You know, it looked quite bleak when you looked out there and Niamh Terry was on her own.
Yeah, it's tough when you're a centre down. That you know, you're obviously limited on options, so went for the inside ball. Not sure if that was forward, but you know, options are limited when you're a centre down. But driving more was looking good, and what I loved, I could hear Alex Calendar from up here where we stood, Griff, in kind of coaching and instructing the girls through that driving more. I could hear her saying, drop your shoulder. You know, I would like to see them maybe keep that ball in there. They're looking dominant in that area and are doing exceptionally well. So maybe could have they kept that ball in there a little bit longer.
Good scrum from Edinburgh. Huge boots. This could be a 50-22. Bounces once, bounces twice. Massive kick.
That's a great kick. Who was that?
Oh, McNamara, touch judge on the far side, disagrees.
Oh. Oh. They'll be gutted with that. But it was a great kick either way from McNamara. Great boot.
I'll be honest, I was surprised to see the option of the boot being taken, especially with Edinburgh a player advantage as well. Through the hands might have been enough to get it out to the likes of Bell or Flynn again, but the boot option was taken, and it does put Brython Thunder under a bit of pressure in their own 22, but they win a penalty straight away, and Singleton wants to play. Isolated, she's a seasoned sevens player. She's used to going quickly, and here she goes again! But she needs some support. She tries to throw the same trick twice, but massive meters made straight away by Sarah Singleton.
Yeah, really well done by Sarah there. Great tap and go, got over the gain line, and using her sevens experience to pick the ball up and go through, making huge amount of meters for this Thunder side.
Niamh Terry taking charge of the back line, demanding her players to shift, make some space. Time off, injury on the far side for the Edinburgh replacement, Poppy Fletcher. But we must highlight again Sharon Singleton's break, using her sevens knowledge to go twice, making 40 metres easily. And we've been excited to see her in action, with her sevens experience, a different sort of player, I guess, in the 9 role. Not what we're used to seeing, but it shows a lot of intent from her.
Yeah, Sharon's a great player, she's played on the wing, she's played 9, she's a great sevens player, but what you absolutely have got, you've got the ultimate professional there. She works hard, she trains hard, she analyses games, and she's a bundle of energy to come on this field and really shake it up this second half and bring some intensity to this Thunder side, and we're seeing that energy with her from the off.
Singleton poised to feed this scrum. It looks like Brython Thunder back to 15. Tromans is just inside Eleanor Hing, having a quick conversation. She's caught her breath. I'm sure she'll be coming back on, ready to have a big impact on this game.
Well, that 10 minutes went quick, didn't it, Griff? I'm like, Ellie Tromans is back on the field. So
I'm sure Edinburgh coaches will be using their stopwatch maybe next time. Sinead Harris has done wonderfully there to control the ball under huge pressure from the Edinburgh scrum. Eleanor Hing is calling for the ball to come out, as Sharon Singleton is absorbed by the Edinburgh pack. Harris taking charge of things, but Edinburgh's defence is good at the moment. Terry with a crossfield kick finds Emma Orr, but there's 3 Brython Thunder players there. Mugabe looked as if she was over the ball, but taken down in the end. The ball hits the deck. Singleton counter-rucking, but good work from Edinburgh holding the ball. Try to go to the wide channel, finding the try scorer, Bell. But the ball has come out on this near side. Line out for Brython Thunder, and with approximately 10 minutes to go in this game, Brython Thunder need to try and get into that 22 again. They haven't been in there, only once in the second half.
Yeah, it's been all Edinburgh really with regards to territory this second half, but Brython Thunder seem to have a bit of fire in their bellies, have a bit of more intent about them now. The carries from the forwards are physical, again over the gain line. Not a bad option from Niamh Terry for a crossfield kick. There's space out there, but maybe just needed to be a little bit wider, or was in the backfield, covered it really well. But the hunger then from that Thunder side to apply pressure was absolutely there.
There's plenty of players still on the field for Brython Thunder who can have a big impact on the result of this game. But it must be said, Edinburgh have really turned up in the second half. They've shown their quality despite coming away with a loss last week. You know, 2 wins from 3. It's not a bad start for the Edinburgh team if they get to come away with a win, of course.
Yeah, they've been very good, and we're seeing some of their experienced players really stepping up, especially this second half, or the last 30 or so minutes, have stepped up to the mark and controlled the game very well. So yeah, you've got 2 good sides here, both hungry for a win, and it still could go any way.
Oh, hands there from Alex Callender. Singleton doesn't quite repeat the feat that we saw from Alex Callender. There'll be a scrum for Edinburgh, and we know the power they have in this position.
Yeah, it's great aerial skills by Alex Callender there, leading across to gather that ball. And a shame on the delivery. Singleton just spills it. Just need to not let that bother them now, and keep composure, keep their heads, because there's plenty of time left in this game and it could go either way. But Edinburgh will be pleased with that error to give them a bit of territory back in this game and possession.
Peeling off the back of the scrum, well does Edinburgh. Good line speed from Brython. Emma Orr was running like a steam train onto that. It looked like the ball was certain to find her hands, but eventually Edinburgh taken down. Coming towards this near side, there's not much width from Edinburgh as they go back into contact, but there's plenty of space. Now this one bounces kindly for Brython as Williams puts it back down the field, keeps it alive. Inside ball to McNamara, breaking through one tackle, taken by Niamh Terry. It's an injury in the midfield for Edinburgh. It looks like it might be Mattison, the scrum half, which could create some concern for the Edinburgh team. But breaking through the line nonetheless, Logan, the lock, and coming out this way is again Poppy Fletcher now. Edinburgh doing well to hold possession, but the scrum half is back on her feet now. Mattison back in the mixer, trying to give Charlie Mundy the eyes, was the sniping scrum half. They'll come towards this near touchline. Running once again, the winger met by Seren Singleton. Flynn is taken down, but Edinburgh in control. They're looking calm, they're looking composed, and they're looking for another try. Another snipe from the scrum half, absorbed by Brython Thunder. Looks like they were on the ball, but the referee lets it go this time. Again going out towards the far side. A quick pop this time, and a good bump as well. They're looking to add another to their tally today. Edinburgh ever closer to the try line. The arm is out from the referee. Another penalty advantage going Edinburgh's way. Pick and go from Fletcher, and they'll come back for the penalty.
Good composure from this Edinburgh side, going through the phases, applying pressure to the Thunder side, keeping ball, and good leadership there. Did look like so they were going to tap and go then, but picking the points, take them to 8 ahead.
It looks like already secured the bonus point. Going for the sticks, he'll take away the losing bonus point from Brython Thunder. It'd be brutal. Brython Thunder have played very well, especially in the first half. However, it's the tee that they've indicated for. Alex Callender's having a word with the referee.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but I wonder if the clock is stopped and whether the kicker's time is going to be on, because these are important parts in the game now, Griff. You know, if this kick goes over, it could take any points away from this Thunder side. But whether the referee's clock is still running and if the kicker's clock is on, because it's a huge kick this is.
Edinburgh already secured the bonus point, so all they're looking to do here is spoil the party at Parker Scarlets. It's a low fizzer off the post. I'm not sure how that's not gone through. It's curved off the post straight to Sioned Harris's hands, and Niamh Terry has put it straight back down the field, but it's the danger player for Edinburgh offloading onto the wing, cutting back inside Bell, who's going forward once again for Edinburgh, and they're back into the 22 straight away. But they've taken the ball again. Knock on, says the referee. And there's still time on the clock. Couple substitutions. It looks like the Brython Thunder front row is being changed here, hooker and prop. It must be said, big shift from Rosie Carr and Chloe Thomas-Bradley. Approximately 77 minutes. It's a big shift for a front rower.
Yeah, it is a big shift. You don't see that often these days with the amount of work front rows go through, staying on until the last 10 minutes. But big shift from the two young front rowers who've done exceptionally well today. Rosie Carr started really well with her line-out throw, was exceptional, and refound her form after a couple of hiccups, so that's really, really good. And Chloe Thomas-Bradley, you know, that scrum has definitely improved from the Thunder side, and they put in hell of a shift today.
Absolutely. Brython Thunder have shown what they're capable of today, especially in the first half. No points on the board, however, in the second half for the home side, as Edinburgh have stormed back into this game. And that try from Kieran Bell whipping round the outside of the Brython Thunder defence into the corner was enough to get Edinburgh ahead, and the bonus point for Edinburgh. But there's still time on the clock, there's still an opportunity, and Brython Thunder still have the personnel to go from coast to coast here.
Yeah, definitely do. It'll be interesting to see what they do here, but they've got the ability to do it.
Singleton to Hing. Hing's got space, needs to step inside, tries to offload, and it's a knock on before going out on this near side, so the scrum will be taken by Edinburgh. But the Brython Thunder scrum didn't move at all there. They'll definitely be pumped to try and take this one back as the clock is ticking by. They must know down there the time is not on their side, and they need to make something happen now.
Yeah, definitely it's composure. You know, they need to keep hold of ball or play in the right area, but apply pressure to this Edinburgh side down in their half, really. But off the back of the scrum, we've seen Sioned Harris go, Seren Singleton into space, and then Hing down the edge. But Edinburgh having enough pace to deal with it on the edge, and then a knock on or a forward pass called by the referee from Hing.
The referee having a quick discussion with the front rowers, but we hear both sets of players, the back shouting at each of their packs. It's a big scrum and it's huge, especially for the home team. But Edinburgh might fancy their chances at spoiling the party here. Already have the bonus point for 4 tries. If they can take away a losing bonus point for Brython Thunder, it would be brutal.
sure Thunder be looking to get more than just that losing bonus point as well. Huge scrum there, Griff, huge scrum.
Singleton wants to go quick. It's the Sevens mindset. And the ball's gone forward from Molly Wilkinson. And Siwan, you were begging for them to go for touch there.
Yeah, you know, they're at the 10-metre line, they're in their own half. The line out for me has functioned really well today for Thunder. So I would have gone maybe kicked down, gathered territory and possession down in Edinburgh's 22 and look to that driving maul and suffocate them in that area. But unfortunately they didn't go for that, and unfortunately there was a fumble of the ball and a knock on.
Feed from Edinburgh, but once again Brython Thunder's scrum looking strong. Peeling round the outside goes Ramsey. Ball goes to the floor, but it's Edinburgh who's still going forward. Good momentum here for the visitors. Penalty advantage for Edinburgh. And here we go, coming towards this near side once again. Big handoff from the winger Flynn. Eventually Hing takes it down. And the ball is on the floor, but Edinburgh still have it. Big counter-attack from Wakely. And Mundy is trying her very best to rip the ball off of the Edinburgh side, and Edinburgh looking like they're pretty composed here inside the 22. I believe they've still got that penalty advantage. The ball is stripped, it's gone forward. Do we have time for another play? No, says the referee, and that's full time here between Brython Thunder and Edinburgh. The final score, Brython Thunder 17, Edinburgh 22. And it was a fantastic game here at Parc y Scarlets, and Edinburgh, especially on the second half, you'd say they deserve to take away the victory.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Edinburgh controlled the game second half. They utilised their forwards really well, and I thought Emma all really come to life that second half and did exceptionally well. They took their opportunities when they were there, and you know, Thunder, credit to them. I felt like at times they built momentum. They looked like they were confident when they moved the ball. It was a lot of positive stuff out there. The line-up functioned well. I thought the scrums developed, so credit to them, and hopefully they're not too disheartened with that loss today, because I think I've seen a huge amount of growth in this Thunder side, and there's good potential and there's great players in that squad. But Edinburgh just managed to control the game a little bit more and were clinical when they had their opportunities.
Plenty of players stood out for you today, Siwan. The likes of Emma Orr and Kieran Bell showing their stuff, but you've picked man of the match for today. Yeah,
Matson was at a great game, you know, her first time playing for Edinburgh today, but she showed her experience, controlled the game exceptionally well. You know, she took that try off a quick tap penalty that first half, which put Edinburgh, you know, in a much more positive place and give them momentum. But her experience just showed today, and I think the way she controlled that game from Edinburgh at 9 led to that result. So well-deserved man of the match by Matheson.
Yeah, player of the match, Katie Matheson. Supporters from Edinburgh have made the trip down, fair play. It's a long drive. It would have been a longer drive had they gone away on the losing side today. Brython Thunder 17, Edinburgh 22. Overall, both teams, they've got plenty of positives to take away from this game, because both teams showed what they can do, and there's a week break now before we come back again on the 27th. I'm sure both teams will be coming back stronger.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I said, Griff, I think we've seen a huge amount of growth in both sides, and especially referring to the Thunder side, a huge amount of growth from week 1 to week 2 to week 3 here, and some real good individuals, some real good stuff out there. And you know, they've got, both sides have got great coaching staff, great infrastructures, and this is what that league then gives them. It gives them that professional element to their rugby careers and gives girls the opportunity to progress to the next level. You know, and I'm sure all these girls are aspiring to be international players, but that bridges that gap and it gives these opportunities that girls have an opportunity, a taste of what that next level up feels like, and gives them the opportunity to learn and grow. And you know, results aside, results for me don't really matter this year. It's about creating those chances and seeing that development and growth. So credit to both sides. I thoroughly enjoyed that game today.
Absolutely, a fantastic game here then at Parc y Scarlet. Edinburgh came out on top 22-17 against Brython Thunder. Siwan, thank you very much for joining me for this game. I'll see you in 2 weeks' time at Cardiff Arms Park for that big game again between Gwalior Lightning, and we'll see Edinburgh once more down there. So it's going to be a huge one at the Arms Park. But thank you very much for joining us today for this great game in the Celtic Challenge. What a game, what a competition. This is certainly one to keep an eye out for the future. Diolch am ymuno, hwyl fawr.